big joints, big blunts, it's the Buckeye way. We rollin' nothing but that loud Buckeye loud pack. Let's roll up Ohio. Heavy bass hits, horns rise, mastermind cannabis, Ohio Cannabis Live. We here to unite. Let's light it up. Ohio where we roll high, big whips, big vibes, big joints, big blunts, Buckeye loud for life. From 216 to 614, we keep it lit. 330 and 740, we the ultimate. Nothing but that loud pack, the pride of the state. Roll it up, light it up, let's elevate. From Akron to Canton, Columbus to Dayton, Buckeye buzz so strong, there's no debating. You can see the smoke rise, we shining bright. Ohio loud, got us glowing in the satellite light. Ohio Cannabis Live, yeah, we here to stay. Uniting 88 counties in a major way. Let's roll up Ohio, let's toke and chill. Big blunts, big joints, yeah, you know the deal. Buckeye loud pack, we blazing the game. Ohio forever, remember the name. Let's roll up Ohio, we rollin' proud. You can see the smoke from space, it's that loud. From the fields to the streets, we feel the thrill. Ohio's the anthem, let's roll and chill. We on a whole new level, Ohio's the vibe. Big clouds in the sky, Buckeyes ride or die. From 419 to 513, we keep it tight. 937 and 440, we ignite. Big joints in Columbus, big blunts in the south. From Toledo to Cleveland, we lighten the loud. Ohio's united, this our time to shine. 88 counties reppin', all on the grind. Put it in a joint, light it and smoke it, Buckeye pride strong. Ohio's the focus, from I-70 to 71 we ride. Ohio Cannabis Live, keeping us unified. Let's roll up Ohio, let's toke and chill. Big blunts, big joints, yeah, you know the deal. Buckeye loud pack, we blazing the game. Ohio forever, remember the name. Let's roll up Ohio, we rollin' proud. You can see the smoke from space, it's that loud. From the fields to the streets, we feel the thrill. Ohio's the anthem, let's roll and chill. Ohio, Ohio, let's rise together. Buckeye pride, yeah, it's now or never. Big clouds, big vibes, we set the tone. Ohio's
Huh, the camera ain't turned on. Imagine that. Sorry about that, y'all. We had a little technical difficulty there at the beginning, but we are here. Welcome back to another episode. Welcome back to another Friday. While I figure out why my camera ain't working, uh, just sit tight. If you're new to my content, make sure you're doing favors. Hit the like, subscribe button. You know I can adapt to pretty much any situation. And so as soon as the camera wakes up, starts talking again, you'll see my face. But let me know uh, how the weather is in your area. And also, I would like to know what you got going on for dinner today. So make sure you leave that in the comments for us. Today's show, we're going to talk a little bit more about this situation with Ohio marijuana card. Unfortunately, this situation seems to be a lot bigger than just Ohio. Seems like we've got a lot of states involved here. I don't know why it's taking so long for my camera to come on, y'all. Sorry about that. We're waiting on it. It's loading up slow. Let's see. It's actually taking a long time. Usually my camera will be on by now. Huh. Hold on, y'all. Might have to see what we got going on here, why this isn't working. It says the camera's on, but I don't see it. So let me try to reset here and see if that helps it. All right. Well, got to figure out what's going on here with the camera. It's not Not working. Oh, there it is. It's coming up. It's just going really, really slow. It's coming. Boom, there I am. All right, I don't know what happened there. Um, but it's good to see all of y'all now. I mean, so it's weird that today it wanted to act up on me, but it it is what it is. All right, so now we can get back into today's show. As I was saying, there's a lot of people who may not realize they're exposed in this data breach. This is one of these situations where people um, don't realize until something happens where they get some kind of alert with their bank or anything like that. But the main thing that we need to understand here with this news about this, there's this potential for a class action lawsuit. And I don't know if they're really going to do it or not. I mean, there could be. I'm about to check it again to see, but they're saying there, so many people involved in it that it could maybe meet the criteria for a class action lawsuit. And this was something that was reported by NBC4. But again, I still, it says here, class action lawsuit has been filed against the company that helps patients in Ohio and 5 other states obtain medical marijuana cards after a massive amount of data was allegedly easily accessed online. According to the complaint, cybersecurity researcher Jeremiah Fowler discovered a database containing 957,434 records amounting to 323 gigabytes of unencrypted and non-password protected information. The files were believed to belong to Ohio Medical Alliance, also known as Ohio Marijuana Card, a business that also serves Arkansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Virginia, and West Virginia. Fowler claimed that he made the discovery in July and informed the company about this online find. The database reportedly contained high-resolution images of patients' government identification, including driver's licenses, intake forms, medical records, release forms. Y'all see why I'm reading this word for word. Y'all can find out. Somebody else could put this in the link in the description. But this is on NBC4, which is a local news station here in Columbus. Um, the majority of the files I saw in the two databases were either PDF, JPEG. JPEG is like a picture file. That's when you take a picture of something. It could be a screenshot of your information. And then PNGs. PNGs are also a picture image file, but PNG is also what you see in the front there. It has our ticker on it. That's a PNG because we basically can overlay it over uh, something else, and then it's kind of transparent. So that's why we call them PNGs. But it's still another graphic file. Um, what else do we see here? It says Fowler wrote in an online report that the find one CSV document named staff comments contain a large amount of internal communications, notes about clients, appointment status, or personnel situations. The document also contained an estimated 210,000 email addresses of clients and internal employees or business partners. In response to the incident on a website dated September 22nd, Ohio Medical Alliance acknowledged it was contacted about the access files, but stated that it was made aware on the 15th in July. The company said it took immediate action in securing the system and investigate the event, and the third-party specialists were employed to help. According to the company's parts of the database were inadvertently left accessible by a third-party vendor while making changes to the database, and there was no evidence that anyone beyond cybersecurity research reviewed or copied its files. It's also noted that information related to the limited number of individuals was potentially involved. Legal documents suggest the plaintiff, James Gendra, a patient of Ohio Marijuana Card, and others like him are at risk of identity theft, fraud, and harassment due to the company's negligence in implementing reasonable security measures. Additionally, the lawsuit asserts the company failed to notify patients, making it the difficulty for members to take action to protect themselves. The company website noticed that it has taken steps to secure the system, notified law enforcement, and is reviewing its procedures to prevent further incidents. It's also offering a it's also offering anyone potentially impacted credit monitoring and identity theft protection services. Other claims made by Gendra include that the defendant violated federal consumer protection and HIPAA laws, did not honor an implied agreement with patients to keep their information safe, and save money on cybersecurity costs at the expense of clients. Plaintiff also asked the court to require the company to fix security flaws and protect patients going forward. In frequently asked questions section of Ohio Marijuana Card website, the company includes information on patient privacy, knowing that its file storage system is HIPAA compliant. With regards to the Board of Ohio Pharmacy Patient Registry System, only your recommending physician dispensaries and Ohio Board of Pharmacy will have access to the system. No information is allowed to be shared, the company says. So, and here we got the court case right here. Ohio, it says here, James Gendra, on behalf of himself and all others similarly situated, versus Ohio Medical Alliance LLC, doing business as Ohio Marijuana Card. So, pretty much everything I read that's on the news website is pretty much what it says in this case. Um, so to me, it's a really big deal, and I know that um, initially when I first started reporting on it, people were just kind of scratching their heads like, "Oh, I didn't use them to get my card." But if you look at it from a multi-state perspective, this doesn't just impact Ohio medical cannabis patients. This impacts patients all over this Midwest. This is a lot of states. It's a lot of information that was just wide open. Um, who saw this data and who else had access to it and who could have manipulated it or shared it or sold it? We simply do not know. And we can't assume that the company didn't have other breaches going on. I heard there was another breach before this. I haven't dug in enough to see that, but um, I just want to tell y'all the truth, man. I was one of the first people to use this company, so I have used Ohio Marijuana Card before, um, and they were one of the first companies that we had in our program that we could use. So I thought they was one of the top ones to go with. I mean, it was pretty self-explanatory when you were looking for names. Ohio marijuana card, you were going to go right to it. Like they had that figured out right on top. Now it's, nobody's really saying marijuana. We're saying cannabis. We're saying bud. We're saying weed, ganja. So we're not saying these corny things anymore. So, for those who are not familiar with this situation, um, again, about people who had got their medical cannabis cards in the very beginning, and then whether you kept your card active or not, they still would have retained your information, and it would have possibly been in this database. And so, if you or another friend or loved one might have used Ohio marijuana card, you should definitely let people know. Uh, that they could be involved in a class action lawsuit. I just want to also let you know that the Ohio Cannabis Expo will be happening next year in Columbus in May of 2026. So make sure you mark your calendars. That is also going to be, from what I understand, a Memorial Day weekend. So we're planning on doing something special for veterans. If we, unless somebody makes me change the date to a different date, which they might. But that's what we're looking at right now. And I think that one thing I'm gonna tell everybody is that our show will probably not air next week, in the sense that I will be in Cleveland at the Ohio Cannabis Health and Business Summit. So if any of y'all are going to go to that, I would look forward to seeing y'all there. I was in the hospital again for pancreatitis. Seems that I'm getting sicker at times and then better at other times. So that's kind of been the trend right now. So I'm still kind of recovering from this last episode at the hospital. It was pretty rough, but it all boils down to just dealing with pancreatitis. So I intend to be doing some more education on my other channel about pancreatitis and what are some of the challenges as a medical patient that I experience with said uh, condition. Now, another thing I noticed too is like, and you might have noticed it like that, normally there's a lot of other videos that I would post during the week typically, and I haven't been posting them. And what I'm going to do for myself, everybody, is I'm just going to give myself a little break before we ramp back up for the rest of the year. So If you don't see me next week, and if you don't see me the following week, don't panic. Just know that I'm working on building some new content out. Uh, I got some other videos that I didn't get to put together. I can preview a little bit of it for you. I can tell you that there is a Cheech and Chong review. There is a Pac-Man 24 review that I already filmed it, and I just need to finish editing it. So I'm gonna take some time to work on that this weekend, and I'm gonna take the time to rest myself, so that when I come back, and I may come back before that. Something else major might happen, and then I might end up coming back. But also, I just want to let y'all know I'm working on this expo, and I'm going to be hoping to get as many people there as we possibly can, to do some different things next year, and make it something a little bit different than even what I did the previous year. So, I see Mama Mastermind just kicked in $20 in there. I see that. Thanks, Mama Mastermind. I see that. And it's just one of them things where we're in the planning stages of a big event, and so we're going to definitely come back on here and be more active. As you can see, I'm constantly working on improving the graphics here on our show, and also ramping up for the other two shows that I mentioned. So that's another reason why uh, I've been kind of just like not as active on posting videos. I'm pretty sure that the morning show will be called Good Morning with Mastermind. I'm pretty sure that's what it's gonna be called right now. And then the nighttime show, I want prime time in there, so it may be something like 420 Prime or Ohio Cannabis Live Prime Time or something. It might just be called Prime Time. I don't know. You got a good name for a night show, you come up, you put it in there. We might have a little fun, let y'all pick the name of the nighttime show. But I do know that the day show will be called Good Morning with Mastermind, and it will be an early show, earlier than you all think, because I'll be up pretty early. So you'll see a different me, that's for sure. Than me just after I woke up from wherever I'm at, or if I haven't been to sleep at all, will you be able to tell? Because sometimes I don't sleep at all for 3 or 4 days at a time. So that can be a lot. So yeah, in the national news, we've got some other things going on. Surely you've heard of True Leaf, Cure Leaf, and Green Thumb. And now look at that. Their launch of hemp THC drinks federal reform stall. So now everybody's rushing to do these drinks. And I would like to know uh, how you feel about these drinks. I mean, do y'all like these THC drinks? Is it a thing, or is this like a trend? Um, or what? I really would like to know what y'all think about this. I mean, because to me, it just seems like it's a fashion trend. All of a sudden, everybody's talking about these drinks, and they're real happy with them. I don't know. I have can't really drink these type of things because I think they would upset my stomach. So I've tried to steer clear of these type of things. Not because I used to like these kind of things, but now my stomach being the way it is and my pancreas, got to be very careful about everything that I eat and drink. So that's why we definitely have to just take things one step at a time. But I definitely want to know what's going on in your neck of the woods as far as the weather. If you didn't already tell me what you have for dinner, please go ahead and leave that in the comments. I'm gonna keep today's show a little bit short in the sense that again I'm working on getting that rest and recovery. Next time you see me, I hope to look a lot better than I do right now. And I appreciate all of y'all support. So yeah, y'all already know how to reach me, but I'll be in touch with y'all sooner than you think. Make sure y'all hit the like, share, subscribe button. And if you're interested in sponsoring the show, make sure you email us at info@ohiocannabislive.com. We've got a sponsorship program just for you. So I'll see all of you on the next live stream. Thank y'all for being here. Peace.